Welcome back to the Non-G Masters. Okay, so today we are going to be making a very poofed vanilla cake. And so with that, these are going to be the ingredients we need. A bowl for cooking it, some eggs, some flour, some vanilla essence, and this mixer thing. Okay, let's get started with our recipe. First, we will need to put 4 eggs into this bowl. Okay, so we have 1 egg, 2 egg, and 3 egg, and 4 egg. Okay. So now we are going to be putting them inside of this bowl. If you don't know how to crack an egg, let me teach you right now. Or you might have seen it in your other videos, you could skip forward. But if this is your first video with us, that's amazing. But we need to teach you how to crack an egg first. You can either crack it on your bowl or your platform down here. I'm going to be cracking on the bowl for you guys to see. You are going to be holding it like this. Make sure you also hold the bottom and the top somehow, like this. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And now you'll see a little crack in there. If that crack's not big enough for your fingers, make it bigger or crack it a little bit more, and then you're going to place your fingers right inside that hole, open it up, and there comes the egg. Okay, now I'm going to do that for all 3 of them, but I'm going to skip the part where I do it. Okay, so now I've cracked all of them, as you can, well, you can't really see it, but wait a second, let me show you. These are the eggs to be cracked. Okay, now that you've seen them, you know what your egg should look like right now. Now we're going to do the second step. Now we're going to be putting 1 cup of white sugar. Okay, let's get started. I actually only have brown sugar, and I'm wondering, well, what's the difference between white and brown sugar? There's a slight difference. You can search it up on Google, because I don't know. Unfortunately, I'm going to search it up after we do this. But for now, I'm just going to be putting 1 cup of brown sugar. If you guys have white sugar, you can put white sugar. But if you have brown sugar, I'm not sure. Let's just explore it. Okay, so we're going to keep this on the side. And we're going to pour about, let's do 3/4 of it. Okay? I take my idea back with saying 1 cup, because I just looked and I was like, I'm putting that much sugar. Because if you want to be healthy, you don't have, if you can put like less than that. But if you want to be like say, ooh, I want it sugary today, you can put more than that. But we are going to be fast forwarding on the part where we pour the sugar in. Okay. That's a lot of sugar, I tell you. A lot. And it's going to be this much. 3/4. Okay. Now we're going to bring our bowl back. And Fez, you want to pour the sugar in?
Yeah, let's pour it.
Okay, now we poured all the sugar in.
Oh, yummy.
Now we poured all the sugar in. We're gonna mix it now with this mixer. Okay, if you don't know how to use it, please ask your parent, like I am about to right now. Okay, see you back in 3, 2, 1. Okay, now we're gonna be making it very, very foamy. It has to turn into a bit of a really foamy color, like foam. You guys know what I mean? Well, after I'm done with this, I can show you guys. So, I finally learned how to use this, and I'm going to be using it for this. Okay, this is going to be a little bit loud, so I'm going to skip forward to the part where it's almost done. So, let's go. Come on. We're going to mix it together, right? Okay. So you can take more time because I'm going to be done a little bit faster than you, but that's okay because we are going to take our time and make sure it's the best we could do, 101%. Okay, I just finished mixing our mixture, and it's not that foamy as it could be, but I made it it's not that foamy, but I made it a little bit more foamier. So it should have a lot of bubbles because you're being mixed a lot. So let me show you how mine looks. Mine looks good and also smells really, really, really nice. Whew, that was a lot of hard work. If you did it by hand, oh my gosh, you guys must be sweating your sweats out right now. But I don't think many of us did it by hard work. Ooh, that's very foamy. Okay. Now let's go on to our step 3 or 4 because of the mixing. Now you can either put cake flour, you could either put vanilla essence or any other essence you like. I'm going to put rose essence. That was just a bit of a hair in there, and you don't want any germs in there. Okay, let's put some rose or vanilla essence or any other essence you like. I mean, I really like rose scent, so I'm going to put it. Okay, I've got some rose essence in there. I've got rose essence in my mixture now. Now I'm going to be putting some flour in there. You could put not as much as flour, but any kind of flour you like. If you're like allergic to something in the flour, you can put whatever flour like you prefer, something like that. Okay, so let's start getting pouring. Okay, so now I've got 80 grams because it's below the 100 and above the 70. Okay, 75 I mean. So I put it right above the 75. Okay, so now we're going to be pouring it right into our mixture. And now we're going to be mixing it once again with our mixer. Okay, let's get mixing. I'll meet you when it's so foamy. Okay, now that we've got my bowl with everything in it, now we can, after it's all foamy now we will be adding it in a baking size bowl. You can either add it in a square one or a round one if you'd like. I actually prefer a square one because you can actually, on the sides, I mean, I don't know, but I prefer a square one. You can do a round one since it's going to be like a cake shape format, but I'm doing a square one. Okay, so let's get pouring it into the square or the circle thingy. Okay, so I got one that's this size. You can have a bigger or a smaller size. It doesn't really matter because you're just going to be pouring it. So first we're going to be actually putting oil on the pan. It's going to be like a paintbrush kind of thing. You're going to be putting oil on a pan. This is the paintbrush I was talking about. It looks like a paintbrush, but actually it's a thing to just spread your oil around the whole pan like this. Like that. You spread oil around the pan. So let me get some oil and dip this in. Okay, I dipped some oil in the pan, and then now I'm going to be spreading it. See, like this. You can see that there's a lot of oil because we're not just doing the bottom. We have to do the sides too, like this, or like this. You gotta paint it nicely. If you're good at painting, this is gonna be the best work for you. Okay. I mean, it doesn't really care if you're good at painting because it's not like you're painting a picture. You're just painting the sides of it. Make sure to get every single bit of it to make sure nothing's left out, because if something's left out, then you will actually, your cake or whatever you're making, anything you make actually will stick to it. Only if it's a non-stick pan, then it won't stick. But mine is not a non-stick pan. Okay, so now we can put the paintbrush off to the side, and now I can actually pour my cake in. Okay, so if your cake hasn't like fully come out like this, you're going to be taking a spatula and you're going to be scooping it out. Let me show you how. See, this is my red spatula. Now what you're going to be doing is I'm going to show you. You are going to be scooping like this. You see how all of it got out? Oh, yes, yes, like that. Okay, all of it got out, right? And so now we're going to put it inside here. Okay, I'm just going to be doing that for a little bit because it's actually not going to take a very long time if you have a spatula. If you're trying to do it with something else, it's probably going to take a long time because spatula is the easiest and it can bend a lot. If you're doing with something wooden, that's going to take a long time unless you're like a professional cook or something and you can do something and you can actually make one. Okay, so I've got a little bit mess of the side, but that's a part of all mistakes. As you can see, it's a bit wiggly. Okay, so now we're gonna take a spoon or something or whatever you want. I actually prefer a fork. I'm gonna take it and I'm gonna make sure there's no bubbles in there. So we're gonna smoothen out all the bubbles. Make sure there's more bubbles, no like big bubbles, no like tiny bubbles. You gotta pop all of them. Or you just gotta roam your thing around. And it'll actually be perfectly fine. It'll look just like a really good cake. And now I'm going to show you how to preheat the oven. So let this sit here for a bit and let's go and let me show you how to preheat the oven. Okay, so this is how you're going to preheat the oven. So you see this is going to be the time, but it's reversed since it's a mirror image. But anyways, yeah, I think you could see all of it. So this is going to be the start button, on and off button. Okay, so you're going to press that first if you have one just like me. It's going to say cooking methods or assisted cooking. You're going to say cooking methods. Pick the first one. It's going to say bake, broil, convex bake, convex broil, but we're going to do just bake. And now we are going to be setting it to 350 right over there. And then you're going to say start. Then it's going to say right over there, set cooking time. You're going to press it and you're going to say, you can either do 25 to 30 minutes. So you're either going to say 25 minutes, 30 minutes, or something in between. I'm going to be doing 27 minutes. And then you say next. And then it's going to say baking 350, and you're going to be waiting a little bit, and you're going to let it bake for a while. You're going to let it heat just for about 2 minutes. You're going to let it heat. And then that's all you have to do to set the oven temperature. If you need help, you can call an adult. This is how my cake looks right now. As you can see, there are no bubbles and it's a light foamy color. And you can see glows on the side because there's oil on it, like you should have done. Now while it's baking for that 2 minutes, you can either clean up your big mess you've made, or you can either just sit there, watch TV for 2 minutes, I guess. I don't know. But after that, you'll need someone above like 18 to put it in the oven. But I've had a lot of experiences doing this, so I can actually put it in the oven. But if you're like let's say 15, okay? You could definitely put it in your oven yourself. And I believe in you and I know you can do it. But I don't want some people to get hurt because I have friends from all around the world. So if you're like, pretend you're 6, You can't put it in the oven. My brother's 6. I never let him touch the oven. It's very scary and I never want his hands to get burned. That's my main priority of you and my whole family, especially my fans. Okay, let's get started. I think it's already been 2 minutes, but if it's not, you can wait longer, but it's been 2 minutes for me. Okay, so now this is my oven and we are going to be putting our bake or whatever we baked inside of it. Okay, so the first thing we will need is mittens if you're like 15 or 16. Okay, so we're gonna put the mittens on. Gloves on. My hands look a bit fat in here. High five. Okay. Okay, these mittens are a bit hard since they're not mine. There's my dad's. Okay, now we're going to be taking our mixture. First, we have to open the oven. We're going to be taking our mixture then. We're going to be placing it in the oven. Okay, now we're going to be closing the oven. Now we're going to go back because I X'd it out. So we're going to go back to cooking methods, bake. We're going to say 350 and set the cooking time to 27 minutes. Okay, so now it's resting. You can on the light to see it if you want, but you can also off the light if you don't want it. Okay, now I'm going to be putting it back. While it's cooking, I said you could either watch TV, play some board games with your family. You can keep on checking on it, like my brother does. He's like, oh my gosh, ooh, I want to see if it's done. But I am going to be cleaning my kitchen while I do this because I've made a big mess. But that's okay. Everyone makes mistakes. See you back when the cake is ready. This is our awesome cake. It looks so good and I bet it tastes good too. I hope you had so much fun baking the cake with us. Hope you have a great day and happy St. Patrick's Day for those who celebrate it. Well, almost, because it's almost St. Patrick's Day. Also, I have some exciting news to share with you guys. I lost a tooth just yesterday. Okay, you might think that was disgusting, but I love losing teeth so I can get money from the tooth fairy. Okay, bye. Hope you liked it. Can I say bye? Bye.